What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EOS Phoenix channel here on a Sunday in beautiful San Francisco. This is day number 2 of the EOS Expo. It's April the 24th. I want to give a shout out to everybody who checked out the previous video, who enjoyed it, who liked it, and who is subscribing to this channel. This has been an amazing event. This is going to be the second day of the Expo, so I'm looking forward to actually interviewing more people around the EOS community. Yesterday evening, obviously you guys saw the festivities and all the networking opportunities here, so got a chance to meet a lot of influential people working within and around the EOS space. That was really interesting, and got a chance to talk to Phil a little bit more, so that's always fun. And of course Feez did his thing on the stage and off the stage, so that was really cool to see. And shout out to Feez, for putting together a really successful event with the rest of the guys, and Shaheen and everybody in San Francisco for actually pulling off just an amazing gathering of people who are like-minded. And it's not often, in my community where I have just so many people so enthusiastic about EOS. So if you guys haven't been to any of these events, consider either organizing your own or try to attend one of these, because it's really it's a rare occasion that I think that you get all these people around, and you can kind of just candidly ask them questions, which I find very valuable for myself, just to interact with them and get to know them as a person. What really drives them to create a project on EOS, or why are they actually even here. So for me, it's just about learning more about the people and hearing their stories, because you can actually find a lot more about somebody even beyond the technical skill sets they have. A lot of the success, I think, comes from the desire to form communities and passion, really, right? Passion for innovation. So there could be a lot of copycats, but you can't really, it's very difficult to copy a community. So with that said, I want to go over some of the things I took away from the conference thus far. Obviously, I'm going to give you guys more live events and coverage for day 2. But some of the things I came across that I thought were interesting. We actually had a debut of a project yesterday evening at the Starfish mission here in San Francisco. I don't think it was well covered, so I'm going to give it some coverage during my little pre-talk today here in the small hotel room I have, which is all good. It has everything I need. I mean, it's super small, but you know what? It does the job, and that's the main thing, right? Is that showing up is pretty much half the, I think, equation. You got to show up first. So, but there was a project yesterday, EOS DT. I'm not sure how many people have actually heard of this project. I don't think anybody's covered it yet. It did debut yesterday night at the San Francisco Starfish mission. What EOS DT is, it's a project that is essentially creating a stable coin on EOS that is collaterally backed by other crypto assets. So you might ask yourself, well, why would this be important for something like EOS? Why would I be interested in this? Well, there's a couple reasons why I think it is pretty interesting. One, obviously, we have the merchant adoption, right? So if you're going to be a retailer that's selling goods and you want to price those, or you want to sell them in, say, EOS, one of the challenges with that, obviously, is the volatility of the crypto currency, right? The prices fluctuate up and down. Well, if you have something like EOS DT that is stable to the price of the US dollar, right? It's 1 EOS DT is equal to 1 USD. You can basically solve a lot of that issue, or a lot of the, I guess, concerns from retailers that are looking to actually make purchases or enable purchases on their platforms with cryptocurrency such as EOS, but don't want to deal with the risk of cryptocurrency as it's very volatile, at least at the moment. So it solves that problem. The other problem it solves is because EOS is, the transactions on the network are actually free. You can see an opportunity where you could use something like EOS DT, and obviously you have EOS. So what you basically have is a way that you have a stable token coupled with a feeless transaction network, which actually has never been done. If you think about Bitcoin, is some form of store value, but Bitcoin doesn't have the transaction scalability, and also there's fees involved, right, in processing those transactions. So it's really the first time I think you're seeing that pair. You've seen other attempts to do this on the Ethereum network, for example, with Make or Die. But that project obviously is on the Ethereum network, and any transactions you do on that network cost money. So there's a huge benefit, I think, to having it from that perspective. So we talked about two things so far. One is price volatility, also the transaction fees themselves. And what you could see in this case is a way to actually enable micropayments that are stable, but do them in a small manner. And so one of the challenges, obviously, with small payments, just take a gas station, for example, right? You go to the gas station, you fill up, let's say you were to fill up $5 of gas. I don't think any of you guys did. You probably fill up more than that, but here's an example. You pay $5 for your gas. You might get a 50-cent charge on that transaction if you were to use a Visa. That's 10% of the actual costs that you just paid for the gas. It doesn't seem like a lot to you and me, but when you're operating a business and your margins are smaller, that percentage basis, the 1, 2, 3, 4%, 5%, 10% is huge. And it can mean the difference between a profit and a loss in a business. So you can see a lot of retailers and merchants, once they start to learn about this technology, maybe switch over or maybe pilot this type of solution over traditional networks like Visa and MasterCard, who often charge somewhere anywhere between 2.5% and then up from that, depending on, again, the amount of the actual transaction that you're making. So smaller microtransactions actually will have a higher percentage of the transaction fees, whereas larger transactions, obviously, if you're paying $100 and you're only charged 50 cents, on a percentage basis, that isn't so significant. But when you're talking about microtransactions and high volume of those transactions, it actually starts to add up. So that was something interesting that I took away from last night. I want to share it with you guys. Obviously, you can also use this as a way to hedge your risk as a trader or as someone who holds EOS. So there's opportunities there. And I'll begin maybe doing another video to talk about how it actually works. I actually got to head to the conference in a few minutes, so I just want to sit with you guys and give you guys an update on some of these things and bring it to your attention. So let's see what else I got here on the list. We got the IQ prediction market coming out in June. That's going to be super dope. Basically what it is, it's basically like an augur that Ethereum made, but it's on EOS, so obviously it'll have the transaction support, but it's going to enable you to make predictions and put them on the network and probably create a market-making function for predictive markets on different events or things that can occur. And it couples very well with Everpedia's grander vision to basically become this hub of information and I think sharing of information and thoughts and collaboration, right, across the globe. So I'm kind of curious to see. I've heard rumors about Everpedia, not rumors actually, it's a fact of Everpedia having a reinvented user interface experience and kind of a more, actually their process is pretty much streamlined at this point. They've also brought on other solutions to make the account creation process fairly seamless. I actually interviewed a team yesterday here. It got cut off on the interview, so maybe I'll go back today and capture that for you guys. But there's a team that is actually in San Francisco that is showing off their solutions for how to create accounts basically with one click. I'm not sure why it got cut off yesterday, but I'll try to get that back here for today if the booths are set up. I don't really know the format of how today will be, but it's really exciting. I know there's going to be kind of an on-conference. I'm going to be here till around 2 o'clock today. I also hope to meet up with the Crypto Feez and Enrique Dabstar. So we'll see if we can get that going. If not, we'll have a recap probably sometime this week. So I hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, tune in for the rest of the day. I'm trying to charge my laptop here to get it ready, and then we're going to head to the conference. I'm trying to get the mic situation kind of ironed out. I'm sorry guys, it was a little bit of a test yesterday. I was kind of working through that as I was going live. So it is nice to, I guess, refine that a little bit more. And I think I got the hang of it. I think my problem yesterday was, what's up, Rebel? I think the problem I had yesterday was that I had the mic way too close to my, basically to my mouth when I was talking. So I'm actually putting it further down, and then I have actually another mic for the person I'm interviewing. So I'm hoping that it actually comes out a little bit more crisp. And I'm also thinking about going to the TULIP conference. I know there's a cool team out of Nairobi, Africa. Nairobi, I believe that's Kenya, is going to be at the conference, at the TULIP conference, and they have a power project. So as you guys know, if you guys know anything about me, that's one of my interests actually, is power systems and combining it with blockchain. So I'm hoping to maybe interview them and get some information about what they're doing, and yeah, see if there's more updated roadmap on that. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. If you like this content, hit the like button, consider subscribing to this channel, and we'll see you very soon. Peace.